To Life by Thomas Hardy, 1840 to 1928. O life, with the sad seared face, I weary of seeing thee, and thy draggled cloak, and thy hobbling pace, and thy too forced pleasantry. I know what thou wouldst tell of death, time, destiny. I have known it long, and know it too well, what it all means to me. But canst thou not array thyself in rare disguise, and feign like truth for one mad day that earth is paradise? I'll tune me to the mood, and mumm with thee till eve, and maybe what as interlude I feign, I shall believe. Okay, this is a poem by Thomas Hardy. Thomas Hardy he's an English writer. He wrote books and poems. His books were Victorian realism, in which he's trying to represent things as they really were. It's originated with the realist art movement, and it's showing things as they see, without speculation, without the supernatural, without things like that. And his poems normally are linked to romanticism, and I think his poetry is influenced by William Wordsworth, for example. He was a critic of British society and the ills of British society. Now, what's this poem about? Okay, this poem is about life, and how life is difficult, life's hard, we suffer. Life is full of grief and sadness. Life is dreary, it's boring, and life hurts. It's difficult life is difficult. It's a difficult thing to live, to go through. It talks about the powerlessness that we have over life, that we like to think that we control our lives, but it's not really true. This whole poem itself is a metaphor for life, that life is disappointing, that we have great hopes for things, but these don't normally turn out. We're full of ideas and hopes, but these slowly are destroyed by death and time and destiny. It's a melancholic view of life. O life, with the sad seared face, I weary of seeing thee, and thy draggled coat, and thy hobbling pace, and thy too forced pleasantry. So, O life, I weary of seeing thee. I'm tired of seeing the things that happen again and again. And life here is personified as a person with a sad, burned face. So I think burned by the passing of time, burned by the disappointment of time. And life is depicted as somebody with a burned face, and thy draggled cloak. So their coat has been dragged through the mud. And thy hobbling pace. So this life limps. Life doesn't walk up erect. Life has problems walking. And thy too forced pleasantry. This is being pleasant. This is putting a smile on things. This is being nice even when, and happy, and pretending to be happy even when you're not, and saying hello to people and what a lovely day even though you feel sad inside. And this first stanza, it's a metaphor for life in itself. Or life is a person with a sad, burned face and a dirty, muddy coat, and they hobble, they don't walk properly, and they're trying to be nice to people. They try to sound happy, they try to be upbeat and positive with people, but this is really something that is meaningless, and he's tired of all of life like this. I know what thou wouldst tell of death, time, destiny. So I know what you would say about death, what you would say about time, what you would say about destiny. I know what you would have to say. I have known it long and know it too well, what it all means for me. So he knows what time would say about, what life would say about death, about time, about destiny, and he knows how death and time and destiny will affect him. This is a person who has known death, who has known the death of loved ones. They've known the way time changes things, that nothing is immortal, nothing lasts forever. He knows about destiny, what is going to happen to him, that even though we think we have power over our lives, we have power to decide our fate, that this is actually not true. We are trying to control the uncontrollable, and this is life. Death is inevitable. Time, change is inevitable. The way our lives play out, this is all inevitable. So this is very fatalistic in a way. I know what it all means for me. But canst thou not array thyself in rare disguise, and feign like truth for one mad day that earth is paradise? So now he's asking life to dress up, to take off its draggled coat, to put on beautiful clothes, to disguise itself, and to make life look like paradise, that life is perfect. Isn't it possible for you to disguise the fact, the reality, and to become happy? Can't you transform depression into happiness? He says that if the earth does that, he would love to believe this, he would love to believe that earth is a paradise, but he knows that it's crazy, that earth is not a paradise, that this is not real. And maybe that's why we have this forced pleasantry. Forced pleasantry, at least we're trying to be pleasant. I'll tune me to the mood and mumm with thee till eve. So I'll tune into your mood, and I will mumm, I will act, I will follow. Let's see, this word mumm comes from to mumm, to act in a pantomime, to act dumb. I will dumbly follow thee, I will copy you until evening. So I will tune into your mood, that earth is a paradise. We're going to shut our eyes and pretend that it really is a paradise, and I will pretend with you, life, that everything is good, and maybe what as interlude I feign, I shall believe. And then maybe just I I will be able to. Firstly, I'm pretending that this is true, and maybe I'll actually come to believe it. If we tell a lie enough, if we lie, sometimes we end up believing our own lies, and maybe then I can believe the lie that the world is paradise. So this poem itself is deeply depressed. This is somebody who is powerless, somebody who would like to have control over life, but realizes that they can't, that they don't have control, and that they still try to do it, but they don't have control over life. This is focusing on sadness and grief, and the fact that life is something depressing. The whole poem is an extended metaphor for the way life is, and he's talking to life as a character. Come on, life, let's pretend that life on earth is a paradise, and maybe with luck I'll even believe it. But he knows that's not true. So, To Life by Thomas Hardy.